Have you ever felt stuck staring at your camera but unable to find time or inspiration to use it? You are not alone. For many photographers, including myself, this is a common struggle. Life gets busy, work, family, responsibilities, and sometimes creativity just doesn't flow. I know this feeling well. There were times I had set aside a whole weekend to shoot, but when the time came, I didn't feel inspired or I was too drained from the week. It's frustrating because photography is supposed to bring us joy, right? Today I want to talk about how we can break out of this cycle. I will share actionable tips to find inspiration and carve out time to shoot, no matter how hectic life gets. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Mario Kilian and welcome back to another video. Before we will look at solutions, let's take a moment to identify what's holding us back. The first big challenge is finding inspiration. Sometimes it feels like we have seen it all before. We get stuck thinking, why bother taking another photo of a sunset or a bird? It's all been done. And let's not forget the comparison trap. Social media, it's great for inspiration, but it can also leave us feeling like our work doesn't measure up. The second challenge is finding time. Life is busy between work, family, and daily responsibilities. Where do we ever will fit photography? It's easy to push it aside thinking, I will get to it later, but later never comes. Does any of this resonate with you? If so, you are in the right place, because now we are going to tackle these problems head on.
I have a challenge that seems impossible, or a habit that seems unbreakable, or a setback that seems inescapable. Any problem that I am not capable of solving on my own. Where are we? Show yourself strong.
Let's start with finding inspiration. Sometimes the most inspiring ideas came from revisiting your own work. Go back to your older photos, the first photos you took, and analyze them. What worked? What didn't work? Maybe you captured a moment that could be reimagined with your current skills. This reflection can spark new ideas. Next, set a creative challenge for yourself. Choose a theme, like one color, one shape, or one subject. For example, try photographing only things that are red, or focusing on reflections for a week. Setting boundaries often sparks creativity. You can also create your own challenge. For instance, dedicate a day to the frame challenge, where you focus on finding natural frames within your environment. Or try the portrait challenge, capturing faces or expressions. The animal challenge, photographing only wildlife or pets. Or even the window challenge, creating interesting compositions using windows as a central theme. These challenges not only make photography exciting, but also train your eyes to see the world differently. Look at your everyday surrounding with fresh eyes. There is beauty in the ordinary, the way light falls on a wall, patterns in nature, or even the shadows casting everyday objects. Take a 15 minutes walk around your work or neighborhood with your camera and shoot anything that catches your eye. Another great source of inspiration is changing your environment. If you usually shoot in urban areas, spend a day in nature or vice versa. This change of scenery forces your creativity to adapt. Collaboration is another underrated way to find inspiration. Partner with another photographer or creative. They might introduce you to a perspective you hadn't considered before. It doesn't have to be formal. Just a casual walk with cameras can lead to new insights. And don't forget to keep an inspiration folder. Anytime you see a photo, a painting, or even a piece of architecture that moves you, save it. This doesn't mean copying. It's about understanding what draws you in and finding ways to incorporate those elements into your work. Finally, step outside of photography for inspiration. Watch a movie with a stunning cinematography, visit an art gallery, or even read a book about nature. For me, watching documentaries about wildlife often gives me new ideas for my shots. Now let's talk about time. The first step is to redefine what a photography session means. It doesn't have to be hours long. Even 15 to 30 minutes can be enough to capture great images. Scout locations near your home or workplace for quick shots. For example, I often visit a nearby park during my lunch breaks. Turn ordinary errands into photography opportunities. Grocery shopping? Look for interesting textures or compositions. Visiting friends? Bring your camera and document their everyday life. It's practice and storytelling combined. Don't underestimate the power of multitasking. If you have kids, involve them in your photography. Let them point out things that they find interesting or make it a game. This not only helps you to find time, but also creates wonderful family memories. Have you ever considered going out to shoot at night? I often mention this jokingly, but I think it's a real solution. Night photography, it's not only visually stunning, but also gaining popularity because, let's face it, people have more free time at night. If you can skip Netflix for just one evening, you will discover countless subjects to photograph once the sun sets. From breathtaking landscapes featuring the Milky Way to urban scenes and street photography, the possibilities are endless. While you might encounter fewer people to photograph, the experience itself can be incredibly rewarding. Another tip is to embrace imperfect conditions. We often wait for the perfect weather, lighting or mood, but some of the most unique shots happen in unexpected situations, like rainy days or during busy city scenes. Learn to embrace the unpredictability. Creating a routine is another game-changing. Block out a specific time each week for photography, just like you would for an important meeting. Treat it as a non-negotiable. And finally, remember that photography doesn't always require to leave home. Your backyard, your balcony, or even your living room can be full of opportunities. Set up a mini photo project at home, a style life series, a macro photography, or experimenting with light and shadows indoors. Finding inspiration and time to shoot isn't just about quick fixes, it's about building habits. Start by celebrating small wins. If you capture a photo you really loved, don't let it sit on your hard drive. Print it, frame it, and display it proudly. This keeps you motivated and reminds you of what you have achieved. Also, take some time to revisit your why. Why did you fall in love with photography? For me, it's about connecting with nature and capturing moments that would otherwise go unnoticed. Keeping a journal or a mood board of your favorite work can help you stay connected to that passion. Inspiration and time don't have to be elusive. By changing your perspective, setting small goals, and forming habits, you can make photography a consistent and joyful part of your life. So, what's about you? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to finding time or inspiration? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your story. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with someone who might need a little creative boost. Now go out and take your best photo. Actually, don't go out just yet. Sit in your couch, take a moment and think about how you can find inspiration and time based on the points I discussed in this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.